We've been talking about GoToManage recently here in our channel, largely because it's a program designed to help you manage computers remotely. And that's nice, especially if you work inside an organization where you have to deal with people with computer problems, whether they're running Mac OS X or Windows. And you now have the ability, if you didn't already realize, to control those computers remotely without having the person sitting directly in front of the computer. You can set up unattended support. We've talked about GoToManage briefly, but I wanted to actually use it this time around, and we've got someone that had a computer problem of his own. Matt, are you with me still?
I am here.
Great. So I don't have you pulled up on the website. I'm not actually going to use the desktop client for GoToManage, and that is by way of the GoToAssist utility. I'm going to use the iPad app, which is available for free if you sign up for the GoToManage service. Now, by the way, before I forget, everybody, if you're listening, you can head over to GoToManage.com, use the coupon code PIRILLO45, that's P-I-R-I-L-L-O 45, to get a 45-day trial without having to enter your credit card number. I negotiated that specifically for you. So I'm going to go ahead to tap to start a support session right here on my iPad. And this, by the way, is the first time that I've done this particular walkthrough on the iPad itself. So now I can email the support information directly over to Matt, and I've got his email address already, so we kind of had to do this ahead of time. I don't want to share his email address with everybody. I'm going to go ahead and email that over to him, and what that's going to do is give him a link where he can download the client to his desktop, and I can connect to it remotely. There's also a support key, so I can tell him, if I happen to be just over the phone, I can say, go over to fastsupport.com and enter this support key, and hopefully in a couple of minutes or less, it depends on how quickly his bandwidth is running there, where he's calling in from, we'll be connected remotely to his desktop and be able to help him solve the problem. I have not actually set up unattended support format at this point because, I don't know if he's going to be a regular client or not. Well, it worked. Look at this. It gives you instructions right up front. As I said, this is the first time that I've used the iPad app directly to connect to somebody. So one finger tap is a single click, two finger tap is a right click, three finger tap toggles the keyboard, pinch in and out, zooms in and out, hold and slide drags. All right, hopefully I can remember all that, not too difficult. So Matt, looks like I can see your desktop right now, and I can even zoom in. I see you're running Mac OS X. Okay, that's very nice. So could you tell me exactly what's going on, Matt?
I don't know what happened. I'm using the computer, and then all of a sudden my keyboard stops working. I have a wired mouse and a wireless keyboard, and the mouse works, but the keyboard just doesn't work.
Okay, so it's a wireless keyboard. Have you changed the batteries in that wireless keyboard?
Yes, actually. It's the first thing I did.
Okay, well, let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and, if I can, I'm going to control your computer. I'm going to open up the system preferences, and I'm going to check something, because I believe you're doing something that you probably didn't mean to do, or maybe it got toggled accidentally. Matt, is that keyboard, wireless keyboard, I'm assuming it's connecting by way of Bluetooth, correct?
Yes, it is, actually.
The problem is, and I don't know if you see it on your screen that you're sitting in front of right now?
Yeah.
So I pulled up in the system preferences your Bluetooth control panel, and right there it says that your Bluetooth is not on. So since Matt's mouse works, he can of course go and he can click on his own, because he can control his computer as I'm viewing it, or I can go ahead and single tap on, and look at that. So now, look at that, your Apple wireless keyboard, it says it's connected. Is your keyboard working, Matt?
Yes, it is. Wow, that's amazing.
So easy. And the nice thing is I could be connected anywhere. I don't have to be tethered to my desktop computer. I can use the iPad. The free application comes in conjunction with the GoToManage service. And the nice thing is, too, since I am potentially going to be managing multiple computers, like my friends or family members, people who work in my company, I can add them to a different list and organize them and categorize them in the GoToManage experience. So I can be anywhere and still help people that I need to help. So if your business is helping people with computers and technology in general, you owe it to yourself to take a look at GoToManage. Again, PIRILLO45 at GoToManage.com to get a 45-day trial of the service. Try it for yourself. You don't have to enter in any credit card information, and again, I was able to negotiate that on your behalf. Matt, are you good to go?
I'm good. Everything works. It's great. Thank you.
Sweet. Well, I'm glad you reached out with that question, and we were able to help using the GoToManage service. If anybody has any questions, feel free to drop me a line. Maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to solve your support headache over a GoToManage session at some point in the future. Email me, chris@pirillo.com. Of course, I'm all over social media, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, naturally, and then, of course, Google+. And we've also got a chat room. They answer tech questions. They won't be able to easily connect to your remote computer unless, of course, you're running something like GoToManage, but we can still help you by way of some simple text if that's what you want. You can stop by the chat room 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.